Every year, millions of students compete for a tiny fraction of available medical seats in India. The math is brutal. You either score in the absolute top percentiles or you get squeezed out. For families looking for a way out of the general competition pool, the non-resident Indian or NRI quota offers a specific alternative pathway. This pathway functions as a strictly regulated institutional system, defined by rigorous eligibility criteria and official legal oversight. The trade-off is specific. The standard merit pathway requires academic perfection for low costs. The NRI pathway lowers academic thresholds for significant financial and bureaucratic commitments. Choosing this route prioritizes complex legal paperwork and international fund transfers over top-tier NEET scores. To secure the seat, you are explicitly exchanging immense financial capital and bureaucratic labor for academic access. To understand why colleges charge such high premiums for these seats, you have to look at the institutional economics. Medical institutions are mandated to offer the majority of their seats to resident Indian students at highly subsidized rates, which often creates an operational deficit for the college. Colleges provision a small subset of NRI seats to bridge this gap. Their premium fees balance the operational budget. This financial equilibrium allows the college to maintain infrastructure while subsidizing education for the majority of students. Utilizing the NRI quota means you are effectively subsidizing the college. In return, the institution grants access without demanding the highest competitive percentiles. Accessing this quota requires an applicant to fit into one of 4 rigid legal categories. The evaluation begins with identifying exactly who in the family holds verified NRI or Overseas Citizen of India status. Path 1 is the student. If you hold direct NRI or OCI status, you have the most direct line to eligibility. Under this path, the total financial responsibility sits directly within your immediate household. Path 2 involves the parents. If either parent is a verified NRI, the student is directly eligible to apply for the quota. While this remains bureaucratically simple, it still requires the nuclear family to cover the full tuition costs from their own savings. These direct paths offer the lowest bureaucratic friction, but they demand that the immediate family bear the full weight of the premium costs. Even if the student and parents are resident Indians without foreign status, 2 additional pathways remain available through sponsors. Path 3 is the sibling sponsor. A resident student can secure a seat if they have a sibling living abroad who is willing to back the application. This requires the sibling to legally commit to financing the student's entire medical education. Path 4 extends to first-degree relations. Uncles, aunts, or grandparents living abroad can sponsor a resident Indian student. This path carries high bureaucratic friction, requiring exhaustive legal documentation, such as birth and marriage records, to prove the exact family lineage. Sponsors must also provide sworn financial affidavits proving their capacity and willingness to pay the premium fees for the duration of the degree. While network paths allow residents to bypass merit constraints, they shift the burden onto complex legal proofs and the financial support of extended family members. Beyond eligibility, every family must face the shared economic and administrative realities of the NRI pathway. As this chart shows, tuition costs start at approximately $20,000 per year, depending on the specific college. When projected over a 5-year degree, the total cumulative cost will easily exceed $100,000. Students must weigh this debt against the typical junior doctor salary in India to determine if the career return on investment is sustainable. If the finances align, you must then successfully navigate the change of category application process. Shifting from the general pool to the NRI pool requires a flawless submission of specific documents, including embassy certificates and sponsorship letters. A single missing document or unpaid fee can invalidate the entire application, making bureaucratic discipline just as critical as academic eligibility. Deciding whether to pursue the NRI quota requires a strict calculation of your financial capacity against your academic rank. This framework maps these variables to help identify the logical strategy for your situation. For families with high financial capacity and a low to moderate academic rank, the NRI quota is a viable strategic option for securing a seat. If you fit this profile, you should immediately begin compiling your lineage and sponsorship documents to ensure compliance. Students with high academic rank but low financial capacity should focus on standard merit admissions to avoid unsustainable debt. If both capacity and rank are low, Attempting to stretch for the NRI quota through massive loans is a high-risk move. In this case, pivoting toward allied health careers or lower-cost foreign medical universities is often the more secure path. The NRI quota is a legitimate tool for medical access, provided you have the financial backing and the attention to detail required to execute the paperwork perfectly.